Hey, what's up guys? It's ClarinetAddict here. And yes, it is ClarinetAddict, not ClarinetAddict. ClarinetAddict, because I'm an addict of the clarinet. So this video is going to be a frequently asked question video, and I thought it'd be pretty fun to make since I get a lot of questions from you guys. Let's start with the first most commonly asked question on all of my cover videos. What are the notes? What are the notes? In a lot of those videos, either at the beginning or the end, I always say the sheet music is in the description. It's in the description, check the description. And if you don't know how to read sheet music, tough luck. I'm not gonna tell you what the note names are. You have to learn them, because in the real world, your music doesn't say A, B, C, D, E, F, G on it. So you have to learn your note names. Yep, very important. Next question that I get asked is, what's the barrel I'm using? And as you guys know, it's not a normal barrel because it does not have the metal strips. Neither does the bell. And that is because this is a Bakun Protégé clarinet, and the barrel is a Bakun Protégé, and the bell is also Bakun Protégé. So the whole thing goes together, besides the mouthpiece. It's not a Bakun, but it's all a Bakun Protégé clarinet. And that ties into what kind of clarinet do I have. It's a Bakun Protégé. Check out Bakun. They're a really good clarinet brand. They're really famous for their MOBA clarinets, which I have not been able to try out, unfortunately. I'd love to though, that'd be pretty cool. Go check out their Facebook page. They make really good quality clarinets. Eddie Daniels plays on a MOBA, Gerardo Giaffretti plays on a MOBA, and Ricardo Morales plays on a MOBA, and those are all by Bakun, and I really like Bakun. The third most frequently asked question is, what kind of reeds do I use? The answer to that is a Vandoren V21s. Whenever they came out last year in February, I ordered them on Woodwind and Brasswind, and they were back ordered, and I didn't get my first box until about 2 months later. With the V21s, you pretty much have to drop a size what you're usually at, and I'm usually at 3.5 on traditionals and V12s, but with the V21 it's a little bit thicker, so I dropped to a 3. And I also work on these and sand these down to the way I like, and I really like the tone quality I can get out of these things, and I just like V21s. Also, another thing that I've sort of noticed in my comment section is whenever people are asking each other like what kind of reed size they use and stuff, I feel like a lot of people see it as the higher the reed number, the better player you are. But in reality, it's not like that. So the lower numbers, like 1 and 1.5, like we all start on a 1.5 or a 1, those are going to be the really soft reeds, the reeds that are easier to play. Then once you get up to the 5, those are the really hard, tough reeds. And like in between is 3.5 and 3. And most people play on those, and it all just depends on your mouthpiece and your preference. So the higher number your reed doesn't mean you're a better player than anyone else. So yeah, it's all about thickness and playability to your mouthpiece and your clarinet. Also, the fourth question is, what grade am I in? Well, I'm technically not in a grade, but I'm a freshman in college. Surprise! A lot of people think that I'm in high school or that I'm an 8th grader. So yeah, this is my 2nd semester in college. So not a high schooler, not a middle schooler. That also ties into the 5th question, what is my age? Well, I'm 19 and I'm going to be turning 20 this year. And that also ties into the 6th question. I'm married. Yes, I am married. A lot of you guys are like, oh my gosh, that is a joke. But in my shoot, I don't even remember which video it was. I actually had Tori, who's my husband, come in here and tell you guys hi. And a lot of people sort of don't believe it. So here's the engagement ring and the wedding band. And let me go grab a wedding picture. So these are some of our wedding pictures. So yeah, I hope that proved enough that I'm married. And he is older than me. He is 22 and I am going to be 20 this year. So we're high school sweethearts. We got together whenever I was a freshman and he was a senior in high school. And we've been dating for 5 years. So it's okay to be married this young since we've been dating for 5 years. Okay, now back to clarinet questions. What chair am I? My first semester I was in symphonic band and I was 5th chair. This semester I am 4th chair in wind ensemble. And wind ensemble is the top band. And I love it. It's great being 4th chair and being a freshman. I also sit next to another freshman who's a really good friend of mine named Tanner. And so 2 freshmen and wind ensemble is a pretty big deal since the majority of everyone else is either a junior or a senior. What kind of ligature is this? Or what's a ligature? So a ligature is what holds your reed on, like this, and my reed's stuck on there with a bit. I use a Van Doren Optimum ligature. I use a Van Doren Optimum ligature, and what I really like about this ligature is the different facings that come with it, and they're in my case and I don't want to get them out, but you can change the facings on this to get a different sound off of your mouthpiece. And the other day I had someone commenting on one of my almost very first videos where I'm showing all my clarinets, and they were sort of confused on some of my ligatures, but they said it was on backwards, so I want to go ahead and clear this up with you if you subscribed or if you're still around. So you can mainly tell which way a ligature is supposed to face by the way the tightener is going to be on the right side. I could be wrong, I don't think they really make ligatures with the tightener on the left side, mainly for the right side. So this goes on the front on this one, and with my Rico Reserve reed, it tightens in the back here, and it looks like this is the facing of it. In reality, it's this side. It's sort of hard to explain until you start like trying out different kind of ligatures besides a standard poopy doopy ligature. So yeah, make sure your tightener is always on the right side. People always mistake it as in the tightener has to go on the front of the reed. Sometimes it goes on the back of the mouthpiece. So if you guys have any other questions for me, feel free to ask them down in the comments. I will reply to every single one of them unless it's weird and I don't want to. So yeah.